Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Thomas Spark and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be reviewing Incogni. This is a service you might have seen some YouTubers advertise on YouTube. It's pretty much a service that will go to various websites like white pages and so on and tell them to remove the information, thereby removing the time it takes to do that yourself with over around 200 plus websites. Not only that, but making sure these websites keep your information off them definitely can take a lot of time as well. So this is a service that in the end just kind of tries to save you time. Now, Incogni isn't going to be like a VPN. You're not connecting to it every day. It's just kind of a service you pay for, and then you kind of let it do its thing. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of Incogni to help you decide if you should buy it or not. Now, guys, if you use my link in the description down below, you should be able to get the best deal on Incogni. Right now, with the link, you can get it for around half off or around $78, which is a pretty good deal. So, guys, also, it looks like they have a family plan now, too. This is actually new. So if you're interested in the family plan, this is pretty good. Now, honestly, I would say one of the cons of Incogni before was that they didn't have a family plan. So this is pretty cool to see. Additionally, we saw some other services like OneRep. I thought it was actually a pretty good service in the fact that it had a pretty good family plan. However, this turned out to be a bad look for the company. Not the family plan, but the company just was a bad look because it turned out they had formerly owned some of these websites, now made a company to remove your information from these websites. So definitely was not a good look for these kind of products, but specifically for OneRep. So yeah, I was very glad after seeing this happen only a couple of months ago that I've been telling people to use Incogni and not OneWeb, even though it did have a pretty good family plan. So it's good to see that Incogni now has a family plan, because I would say that was probably one of its serious cons before. But guys, we could go ahead and talk about some of the other things. Is it affordable is one of the things I like to talk about. Well, it's around $78, like I said, with my link. We have some other competing services out there, like stuff like Delete Me. Now, Delete Me is going to be more expensive. It's around $130 a year. Now, Incogni, it does let you subscribe month to month for around $13 a month. And Delete Me doesn't let you do that. So with Incogni, there's more flexibility in the pricing scheme. Also, there is cheaper pricing overall. So that's definitely a pro in my opinion. Next up, we could kind of talk about, how does Incogni actually work? Well, this is the GUI. Basically, you just give them your IRL information, what information you want removed from the various websites out there, and then it's going to go around and send emails like crazy to all these different websites. As you can see here, we could see a full activity log on this test account I have, showing how many emails it's gone about and sent for me. Around 100 different emails just over the course of a year, removing lots of information. Also, you can see various different stats, detailed views on the specific websites. A lot of these websites I've never even heard of before, and you can see various information on them. So they've definitely improved the interface here with Incogni quite a bit. It's really only gotten better in my opinion over the years. It used to be pretty simple. Sometimes you'll see some stuff like there's some things you need to attend to, like pick the one that matches you or something like that. Or basically what it does is it just lets you provide a little bit more information. It says in order to verify which records belong to you, we need some additional information. So this will be verified for future data removals. So you probably do kind of want to do that. I was talking more about the this one. Here we go. It looks like there might be some multiple records or something like that. So we could just kind of confirm which one is us. So that's what you do there. So I've heard some myths about Incogni, some people commenting on my channel saying, they're kind of paranoid about giving information to a website like this, a company like this. But the good news is that Incogni is ran by a pretty good company. It's actually ran by a company called Surfshark, and I've been working with them on the channel for a number of years. They have a pretty good VPN provider, and their entire kind of company is based around user privacy and stuff like that. Collecting no logs, no log audits, and all that kind of good thing. So you don't really have to worry about giving information to a company like this because its main kind of core component is privacy, not like OneRep where they were selling data. So that's definitely a pro in my opinion. And I wouldn't say it's something you really have to think about too much or worry about. Although I've seen some people saying like, hey, I give my information to Incogni or something like that, I'm getting more robocalls. That's probably just a coincidence because it's removing information from these websites. It's not going to increase the amount of robocalls you're getting. So it's definitely something to not worry about, in my opinion. I would say some of the cons, since this is an objective review of Incogni, are just some of the limitations of these kind of services themselves. It's not instantaneous when you sign up. It's not like all the information is going to be removed immediately, because it is interacting with these companies and emailing them. It's going to require the data to be removed over time. Usually around a couple months, you're really going to start to notice a good improvement. So that is kind of a con. I would recommend signing up for the yearly package, but month to month, you might have to stay subscribed for a couple months to really notice some of the benefits of a service like this. So I would say that's a con. But that's also a con with all these kind of services out there, is that it just does take time for the stuff to be removed. As you could see from 2 years ago, we had 35 in progress. This was also when it was like first a thing though. And then you saw after around a year, we had 120 requests sent. And then really after 2 years, we've completed 220 requests. And according to it, saved 165 hours. I don't know about you, but I hate emailing companies, asking them to do stuff like that. I don't have the time for it. So spending around $140 for 2 years to do this is not a bad deal, in my opinion. Another thing is that you do kind of have limited control over, what it's doing. It just kind of goes to different websites that it's finding. So it's not like you pick and choose necessarily. It just kind of has a list that it's always updating. So that's kind of something, if you really want to do it yourself to get every single website, every single one you want, you can do that yourself instead of using a service like Incogni, but it would take more time. Anyways, guys, check out the Incogni subreddit as well if you're interested in joining the community. I actually do. I am the moderator, head mod of this subreddit. It's not an official Incogni subreddit. I think they made their own little subreddit, but mine is the biggest one as of right now. Around 580 members, and we do have people asking questions fairly regularly. So check out that if you're interested, guys. Also, check the link in the description down below. Like I said, for that discounted link or not, you could just go to the website yourself if you find this review unhelpful. And I'll see you in the next video very soon.